Hey guys, it's Anton. I'm going to be running through my personalized email follow-up automation system that uses AI to stand out with your follow-up emails when the client fills out a form of interest. This is just going to completely automate your client acquisition, and it's going to boost your conversion rates by over 300%. Been tested through a study, because what happens with this, when a prospect fills out a form of interest, that form is then processed, and then an email trying to book a discovery call or take the next step in the funnel is sent within a minute. So instead of a sales team waiting a few hours to get back to all the forms, this is going to personalize a form using all these variables of their name, their reason for signing up, etc. And it's going to send it into them within 1 minute. So a study's found that potential prospects are more likely to become paid clients, or whatever, purchase a service when they are responded to straight away, because they want the service now. They don't want it in 5 hours. They want it right now. So if you can take the next step in the funnel within 1 minute, you're going to completely change your conversion rate. And it's going to personalize this all on autopilot, so you don't need a sales team to be writing your copy here. It's all autopilot, and it's just going to be landing clients like that. And obviously, if you'd like me to install this and customize it for your own business without you having to build it out yourself, my email is in the description, so feel free to email me with any inquiries. So it's not very long. It's quite simple to follow through. This webhook here is actually a Google form, so you don't need to have a Google form. It's probably better if you don't, to be honest, because an actual sort of form, like a drop form or whatever form software you use to capture client details, from like Facebook ads, whatever, is going to be, I don't want you to change your whole entire system. Like, I want you to keep your same form submission software. So this webhook is connecting to Google Forms. Here we go. This is the Google form. I've just whipped this up quickly. This is sort of what it's going to look like for you guys. Obviously, you guys have your own forms of expression of interests, whatever. I've got a quick couple questions here that are very important to this whole segment. So what is your name? What is your email? What is your reason for signing up? What are the services you're looking for? And what is your goal with us? So in this example, I'm going to do a football academy. Quickly, you might be wondering how there's no Google Form module. Because if we have a Google Form module, what happens is it can only be run every 15 minutes instead of immediately as data arrives. So that's gonna just completely limit this entire software, because we need revised and then the email to be sent straight away for this to be as effective as it is. If we're waiting every 15 minutes to check if there's a new form that's been submitted, it's gonna just completely defeat the whole purpose of this. So we need to have a webhook and a tool. The tool actually we don't need, but I've just got it to simplify it for make.com so it understands. I've just got a little, what is your email, and it converts it to an email variable. So just makes it more clear for make.com to understand what's going on. But this connects to, I'll show you in a second. You're gonna need, if you wanna just do what I just said, you're gonna need to go to app scripts on your Google form, and then you're gonna have to paste this code in. You can copy this and then enter your webhook here. Yes, I copy this this code, and then once you've done that and then you've saved it, go to triggers and then add a trigger. I'm not going to add one, I've already got one, but I'll just show you the settings. So you're going to have on submit, keep that the same head, and then from form, and then instead of on open, you want on form submit. So when they submit the form, then the webhook's triggered, not when they open it. I'm not going to make it because I already got it here, but yeah. And then you're done. Save that, and then now whenever a lead fills out this form, it sends it straight to make.com instantly. Then you're going to need a Google Sheet. You're going to need a Google Sheet module in make.com. So I've got it here. This is just an example of what it can look like. These 5 it's your name, email, reason, looking for, goal. These all get sent straight from the form. If you notice, they're all the exact same question. These two we will go over in a second, but yeah. And then you don't need this router. I don't know why I have it. I was testing something else, but you don't need this. And then now the AI comes into play. So I've got DeepSeek. You can use ChatGPT, Claude, whatever. I'm just using DeepSeek, it's cheaper. And I'll show you the prompt you need to enter. So you can obviously customize this to whatever you like, but this is what I'm writing. But I didn't exactly explain, but this is going to write the first two sentences of the body of the email. This is going to write the subject of the email, so the subject line. You need to do it in two different ones for you to be able to enter these into the email variables. But yeah, copy this if you want, or you can change it to yourself. I mean, I recommend changing it to your business, but yeah. I'm only using 3 of the variables, so notice how I'm not using all of the answers. I'm only using what is your name, what service you're looking for, what goal, I believe. Oh no, what is your reason for signing up? So I don't need the email or anything for the first 2 lines. We've already got that email. And I've got a couple instructions here. You can obviously change all this, but yeah. Basically, it's going to write the first 2 sentences of your email body. Next, you want to have an update row. So it's going to take these, there's whatever row that these 5 are on. It's going to just add a personalize row. I mean column, sorry. So as you can see, F, result of DeepSeek. So that should say personalize, but I haven't updated the I haven't refreshed this module, but yeah, that should say personalize, and then that should say subject. But yeah, anyways, that's the answer. So that's gonna get sent straight into the Google form and then obviously updated. Now this is the subject. You can copy this as well. It's practically the exact same. It's just a bit different with wording. I've wrote email subject line instead of body. Same exact variables, I believe. I think it's the same variables. It might be like, this one might be different, but the goal and the name is the same. And then I've got more instructions here. You can copy these if you like. This is just to make sure that what happened before I wrote these was DeepSeek would give me like 5 different options. I only want one because I want to send that straight into the email. I don't want to have to change anything manually. I want it to just be a straight variable. And I also told it not to add the quotation marks. It was adding like little symbols and stuff. And you also want to write like a human being, because if it sounds like a robot, then it defeats the whole point of the personalization. And then you want to update the row. It's the exact same as this. So row number, and then instead of personalize, it's subject. And then number 13 module, which is that. Now, finally, you've got everything. Now you want to send the actual email. So we're using the same email from the tool that we did before. You can just get the email from the webhook, but I've added a tool. Subject is going to be 13, so it's going to be this, whatever DeepSeek said to us in here. Result. And then you can use HTML and customize your email, make it look very nice and like have clickable buttons and stuff like that. But I've found that a lot of the time when I do that, my emails get sent into spam, and obviously that's not good because it's going to completely destroy this entire system. You want the emails to land to the you want this email to land into the prospect's main inbox. If it's in the spam, then they might not even see it, and then you'll lose a client. So yeah, I've got my calendar booking link. You don't have to add this. You can just have like your phone number, but you need to have a call to action. Otherwise, it's just not gonna, the funnel's not gonna continue. You need some sort of call to action. Obviously that's the first 2 sentences we have here. And then looking forward to discussing this with you. Have your call to action in here, and then yeah, add a little extra. You can put your phone number, your business name. This is not a real business. I've just made that up for the sake of this video. And then this is also important. You want to have an actual name. You can have your name or your business or whatever. I put my name. You don't want the email to be sent and then it sends like through the email name. You want it to be sent through an actual like it looks more professional when it arrives in the client's inbox or the prospect's inbox. It's going to say their name or the business instead of the actual. They might not recognize the email. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's everything. I'm going to quickly run this. I'm just going to fill out the Google form. Let me get the link. Copy. What is your name? Anton. That's just an example. There we go. Submit. And then I'll show you the Google Sheet. See, it's been sent straight into here. And then we'll see this live update. There we go. That's the personalized 2 sentences. And then the subject, there we go. Anton, let's sharpen your shooting skills. You're shooting for that semi-pro spot. So as you can see, it's quite customized. And then I'll show you my email. Anton, let's sharpen your shooting for that semi-pro spot team. See how they've used everything that I've inputted into the subject. Anton, improving your finishing can be the game changer that gets you noticed by semi-pro scouts. Let's break down how to sharpen those decisive moments. I've worked with players just like you who turn their clinical edge into a spot on the semi-pro roster. See, it's going to captivate the person's inbox. They're going to see that and go, oh, wow, they've actually read through what I've input into the form, and they're actually wanting to achieve my goal with me. So they're going to be more likely to follow through and then enter the sales funnel. So I've got a Google Calendar. This will, the prospect can book in a discovery call, and then you can actually get a proper sales closer to, make the sale basically. But this is just a good way to funnel them in. So you obviously can make this email look a lot nicer. This is just a demonstration of what I have quickly whipped up. This is just for Academy. If you think this will be really useful for your business and you don't really understand all this AI stuff, just email me. Feel free, it's in the description below, and I can build this out, customize it exactly for your business, and maintain it through the month, keep improving it until it's completely refined into your system.